up zero taxes, no federal and no state. And I'm like, that's like the whole camp moved together. Wow. I'm like, that's crazy.
That I get if like what you do, you can relocate everything and you'll still have your happiness.
And if you can get like all 10 people to move at the same time. Yeah.
That's true, because if we were all moving to Vegas, then that wouldn't even be a thing.
Yeah,
like we'll just move, the operation.
I don't want to, like, I don't think I could do Vegas. I would have to go like, because again, it's like, say it's a 4-hour drive, it's a 5-hour flight from
Nice to see you,
Maybe it's that,
Commander.
like an hour to get to the airport and like an hour from the airport here. But it's like, you can make it happen probably like anywhere. Because I'd rather go somewhere that's completely different.
Like super trees or super cold or
either or. So it has to be like a complete opposite. Because I could go complete like isolation. I can't do suburbs anymore.
You like suburbs?
No.
What do you mean?
I like city life or like isolation.
What is the suburbs kind of isolation?
No, it's like I feel like you settle down. I'd rather go where I can shoot guns, build like chop trees, do whatever I want, you know?
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
That's true. The suburbs feel kind of trapped.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
It kind of feels like those like, I don't know if you play video games, like the Fallout video games, or where they show like the communities of like the simulations where you're just basically stuck repeating the same life in life. I'm like, I'm down once I have kids.
You should be making the same shit.
Yeah, but now at this age I want to be, that's why I don't get a dog. I feel like some of the things are starting to lock me down into one place. I'm like, it's not at these things yet.
Yeah, I fucking love dogs, but I just can't. Like right now with my lifestyle, no way, Jose.
Well, like your lifestyle, we could get like a cool badass dog that will travel with you.
Yeah, but they can't be on the plane if I go international.
Oh yeah.
I think that life would be much easier if I had a massive family that I could just leave things with.
Yeah, right. That helps out. Like right now, every now and then, me and Gio, like maybe every couple of months, we want to do a date night. But because Gio has family here and he has cousins his age, it's way easier.
Yeah.
You know, versus I think if we're over there, then we have to have multiple considerations because then we're gonna have to find a babysitter that we actually trust. You know that. One thing that was cool that I found out with Vegas is Justin, our barbell photographer. Both his girlfriend and his sisters are babysitters in Vegas.
Oh shit!
I'm like, oh shit! It's like kind
That's
of
perfect.
in the family.
Yeah.
And then they're already used to babysitting for firefighters. So like the firefighter, their schedule sometimes they got to be gone for 3 days, so they'll sleep over and stuff. And I'm like, oh shit, that's perfect. Because then if I have to come back or if Gio comes or whatever, and let's say I got to stay for 3 days, then that's already what they're used to.
Plus you'll be technically older by then.
Yeah, they can talk.
Perfect.
Yeah. That's pretty cool.
Dude. Well, I mean, aside from Just Kidding News, though, for Just Kidding Bill, we haven't really talked about this. But this is, we're going to hear it first, is last year, well, this year, we were supposed to tour, like, hella with Danger Boys.
Danger Boys.
We were supposed to go to, like, we had all these colleges lined up, and then we were able to hit, like, a couple earlier in the year, but since lockdown and everything happened, we had to cancel all of those shows.
We had 4, I think, sold out shows, and then I think we had 8 locked in.
Yeah. So what we're probably gonna do is just release it for free. And we had all these different plans for it, but it's just taking too damn long now. And what we wanted to do was like make it exclusive for people that we meet face to face, and they can see it, and it's more intimate, and like we can see our fan base like that. But it just doesn't seem like lockdown's gonna open up anytime soon, you know? So we're probably gonna do that. And another thing is like, we're gonna try to start doing more short stuff like back in the day. Yeah, and then do some projects like that.
That's sick.
Here we go! What's cool about Danger Boys is, how much they're on Instagram. That's not a really good following, and originally our game plan was to use that extension studio, now studios, they all want to see like the proof of concept, not only just the actual project, but how it's received. So we got recommended to post Danger Boys online, which you guys will be able to see it. And see the viewership. So if you guys want to see it get made, pass it around, share it. And once they see the project tied to the views, then the studios are that much more likely to greenlight it. But then that also kind of like trigger our own new strategy
months to like prepare for, and some stuff we might be able to just shoot in a day. But it's pretty exciting, and it's difficult to see. You know what I'm saying? Like I get so excited that I just toss and turn because I can't wait for this shit to happen. Don't you wait for an app of some sort? Good thing this video is brought to you by Calm.
Calm is one of the, so if you guys don't know, one of the most powerful ways to improve your overall health and happiness is sleep, right? But if you're daily routines change, it can be harder to fall and stay asleep. Listen, we all love it. Most of us probably want more of it. But rather than getting a solid night's rest, we have to find ourselves scrolling through social media or being the news. We should be powering down before midnight, and that's where we're decided to partner with Calm, an app that's designed to help ease stress and get the best sleep for everybody. And on James Calm.
Yeah, it's funny because like I would like have to do all these things to try to fall asleep at night. Like I'd be watching like certain sites, like just having all this like background noise. And like every time like I watch it on YouTube, that app would come up for Calm, and just the calming voice. Like going an hour and it's already started knocking me out. So I downloaded it and I just started playing it at night where it's like easy put it on, it distracts me enough where I can like focus on it, and then that takes like takes me on the journey, and I just wake up. Sometimes I just turn on
And when you relieve that anxiety and improve your sleep, you feel better in every part of your life. Calm has a whole library of programs designed for quality sleep, like exercise, guided meditations, and over 100 sleep stories narrated by soothing voices like Steve Rowland and Laura Dark. Over 85 million people around the world use Calm to take care of their minds and spirits. And if you go to calm.com/off-the-record, you get a limited time offer of 40% off a Calm premium subscription, which includes hundreds of hours of programming. Get the Calm app and experience a transformation in the way you sleep. Listeners of the show, Calm is offering a special limited time promotion of 40% off a Calm premium subscription at calm.com/off-the-record. That's 40% off of unlimited access to Calm's entire library, and new content is added every week. Get started today at calm.com/off-the-record. That's calm.com/off-the-record.
Thank you, Calm.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, so we're actually really excited about that. And one of the first projects we were supposed to shoot this month actually was, remember our action comedy 30 Seconds?
Yeah.
So it was supposed to shoot this week, but since I caught COVID, it kind of fucked me up.
Ruined our plans.
I was like, oh, fuck. But
Also, so people know you're negative now.
yeah, I'm thinking about it.
Yeah, you better be.
Yeah, so now, so we'll shoot that next year. But I'm pretty excited about it because I think we were doing things the other way around, where we were like, we would get together, write these 80, 90 page scripts, and it takes time, right? Like we do these 4 or 5 day retreats, then we have to do rewrites, and then we start pitching. And if it doesn't pitch, then all that 90 pages kind of just gets shelved somewhere. So we're like, oh, why don't we do it the other way around? Make the actual video, and then if people like it, because they get something to see, then we'll reverse engineer the script.
Nice.
So after the next couple of projects, we're just gonna start writing trailers first, and then pitch those, and then do the scripts after if they get greenlit.
That's dope. I think it's cool, kind of like, it sucks with everything that happened through COVID, but like being able to like actually re-engineer your life and like see like the steps that what you're doing now and how you do your business has opened opportunities for you guys to like bring it back, like take your funds in probably a better way that's like not as stressful.
Yeah, and it's kind of cool because like just by even me going through the home buying process over there, I've made some new friends, and we needed a bar scene for our movie, and I already got access to like 2 bars over there. So
Oh, darling, don't you ever go, don't you ever go.
I think now it just kind of expands like JK's resources. If we need to shoot stuff, it could be in LA or it could be in Vegas now.
Yeah, and we're pretty much gonna get a farm on the West Coast.
Oh shit.
So that's another place we can film at too. So instead of taking production to, East Coast, if this goes through, because it's the middle of escrow right now, so that's pretty like for sure.
This is for the mushroom stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
And it's gonna be in the Central Coast. The weather's awesome. It's right by Pismo Beach.
Oh, that's tight.
Is there an airport close to there? It's like a
Yeah.
small one?
It's not Santa Barbara. It's another one. I forgot the name of it. But yeah, you can fly in. I think JetBlue has a spot there. So yeah, you don't have to drive.
Go straight from Vegas to there.
Yeah, probably.
You're back.
Less than an hour.
Yeah, so I can't wait, man. We can create so much interesting content with like different locations. So I think it's gonna be a really fun time. I'm really excited. And then like, so for sure though, when it comes back down to like JK News and what we're gonna do with this channel, I don't really see it going anywhere. I mean, like, it's not gonna disappear is what I mean. Like, it's gonna keep. Yeah. No, it's gonna stay the way it is because it's like meeting up and being able to have conversations with people. Like, this is so fun, and it's like no matter where I am in the world, like I can always fly back to LA to film. You know, to me, I see this is actually something that's probably gonna survive long term more than anything else.
It was almost like we did our own short format of like a podcast before we even knew what podcast was. It's like a video podcast.
And people are still just doing this format online now and like picking it up, and it's still like some of the most popular content.
Yeah, that's true. Like just people talking in a circle.
People talking in a circle, talking about new stuff, talking about with their friends, like different topics on like everything, comedy, drama, news, whatever it may be. But it's like this is what people do already every single day.
Yeah, like I could see us doing this till we're like old as hell.
Yeah.
Like just senior news.
With the most boomer shit, everything
With our fucking dentures falling out of our mouth and
and everything goes back in my days.
we're already getting there, man. Back to my days.
I've read a lot of the comments from people because I have friends that do like the ASMR stuff. They do like the mukbangs and stuff where people like they or they watch it to feel like a part of the conversation. Where people even talk about this, where it's like they feel connected.
Yeah.
They feel like they're in the conversation with us, or what they were trying to say. Someone brought up, and they were like, I was thinking the exact same thing. So I think it's like it's always having that around is like really helpful for a lot of people too.
Yeah, it helps people relate and help people go, oh, cool, like I'm not the only one with these type of thoughts.
And I feel like as we grow and share, it's like our audiences too. There's like some people that we basically raised as kids, and then now they're like full-on adults. And I'm like, why are you growing? Stop growing.
Dude, there's this guy that recently became part of our athlete team for barbell, and this was been rocking barbell since he was 10. And I'm like, what the fuck? This is fucking crazy.
Wait, how old is he now?
I think he's like 17, 18.
That's insane. Because I found you guys when I was 11.
Because I was like, that is fucking JK, right?
Well, how old are you now?
Like 25.
How are you?
Well, 13 years.
13,
Yeah.
Well, no, 14 now?
It's gonna be 14 next year.
14 years, dude!
Crazy.
We're survivors,
Found us like when we just started it.
Yeah. Like you guys were a few videos in, but it wasn't like the original like just you talking to the camera. Like I did see the first video I saw was you getting mugged. You know?
Uncle Sam gets jacked?
Yeah. And then like the Korean news stuff, and then that's when I finally started watching.
You know, someone that works out at your gym, Kevin, the sexy Asian guy, my gym, or Sue. Because I think of you from over there.
What the fuck?
I think I'm like from the Woodland Hillside.
Okay, yeah.
He was telling me he also started watching like in junior high.
Yeah.
And he said he first started watching because of the Cholo stuff. And in junior high, he was a Cholo for all the way for 3 years straight.
That's crazy.
I'm like, that's funny. That's hilarious. This one drives like only Lambos and shit. This is crazy.
It's so funny. Like there's sometimes like especially if you're on TikTok. Like you find these people that are just funny and cool. Like say you go like the girls, so like DM like a girl or a guy like oh like your content's so funny. And they're like what the fuck? I'm a huge fan. I'm like I watch you on JK News. I'm like Marvel stuff, but they see me just on here. I'm like what the fuck? You don't follow anyone. Like your lifestyle's completely different. You're not like when I first started watching it was mostly just like Asians say watching you guys. But that has grown so much, like people that I would never expect. Well, now it's cool that it's everywhere.
It's everywhere now. This is really cool.
I think it's cool how, like, we literally saw everything change, like, on YouTube, social media, everything. And then now it's like everybody, like everyone's just on it.
So in conclusion, you guys are saying JK shutting down?
Yep.
Yep, sure down.
Completely done. We have no more hope for any of it. I don't see it. I don't know. I don't see it ever going away. JK News is just too fun and easy to do.
Yeah, and then us being able to live separate lives make the conversation 10 times better, which is cool.
I think that's what's different. Is like we were with each other 24/7. Like we traveled with each other, and that was a different era. And we had a lot of inside jokes with the fans. But now with everyone doing separate things, we have so much more to talk about. And I think that's what's like that's really fucking interesting because we come back and then like everyone has unique like stories that are happening in their own lives.
Don't touch that chest. It's mine.
I'm no thief, but if I was, I'd want something more valuable.
Take that back.
These ruins are an interesting place to set up camp. What brings you here?
A long time ago, below this very spot, my pater, the great adventurer Nikios, entered the labyrinth to steal the Minotaur's treasure. As I waited outside, I heard shouts and roars. Then his men came pouring
Mix
out.
it up a little. Get 2 medium
His
two-topping
men,
pizzas from Domino's
but
for
not better.
$5.99 each.
I need to save him.
So in news that's gonna shock no one, Leafy's grand return to YouTube has been cut short. Because now the guy's been banned again, and now, well, I
Your
would say
monster is
second
no
time, but
match
now I'm
for
thinking
me
about
or
it.
my
His
spear.
Twitch bot
Sure.
channel was taken down.
If he's real, killing a creature of legend would be worth my time.
Of course he's real.
Where is he then? You said the labyrinth was beneath us.
Yeah, there's a creepy-looking trapdoor beneath the temple.
Take me there, and I will slay the Minotaur and find your pater. Find your pater.
You will do that?
The Minotaur will die, and I will find your pater.
Thank you, Mistios. No one ever believes me.
Just calm down and take me to the labyrinth. What's your name?
Altos. Now follow me. The entrance is way down on the left. It's down this way. This place is going to blow your mind, Mistios. There's a huge room, and there's a huge hole in the ground with a huge door. Everybody keeps going on about that. The sales
That channel takes them like 2 years to ban that guy. Lion takes them years to ban that guy.
Rolling
They are
thunder.
on the ball with that one.
that's
They
it.
don't waste
The
any
Minotaur
time
is still
banning
alive.
Leafy, which is,
Hungry.
again,
Great.
bizarre to me because
I'm
I
glad
don't know if
you
you guys
came along.
watched Leafy's
No
newer
pattern has a
content,
shot
but
of getting
it
out of
really
that
was a
damn
lot more
labyrinth.
tame back in his
Really
recent
didn't
seasons.
have
I mean,
to
every
put
now and
the
again you would say
entrance
something
this.
pretty,
Here we
offensive
are.
or whatever, I guess, but it wasn't really like this constant barrage of just, hate speech or anything like that.
Isn't this amazing?
But the funny thing that I find about this, and this is like a genuine thing, like, we all knew he was going to get rebanned,
I've
right?
seen
It's not
some
surprising.
things, Ardos,
But
but
the thing that I
this...
want to talk about is how broken YouTube is, because I guarantee every
Is
video that's going to come out talking about this
amazing.
is not going to talk about this goofy shit right here. So when
the
Leafy got
Minotaur
banned,
lies beneath
multiple
Crystal's
channels
palace.
rose up to just take
Open the
Leafy's
door.
name and, get
I've got a
themselves up
Minotaur
with it.
to slay.
One guy took the
Ah,
Leafy name,
oh,
got a channel with 100K
right.
subscribers, and then changed it to like a
It's
Fortnite
locked.
channel or something like that. So people are totally jumping on to take advantage over that. And this guy,
Don't
was
worry,
no
we'll
different.
find a way.
The only difference is that
You must know
he got
something.
verified
I
doing
don't.
it.
But the guys who went into the labyrinth with my pater will. I tried talking to them, but they won't speak to me.
They'll speak to me. Who are these people?
The collector, swordfish, and my old caretaker. My old, boring old man. Never wanted to talk to me about my
Oh.
Oh, and the last guy, Sword.
Of course.
He's the boss of Octopus Bear.
It's verified. Someone on YouTube, I'm pretty sure it's not a bot, not an automated system. I could be wrong with that, but I'm pretty sure a human has to verify channels to make sure that, because like when you sign up for verification, you gotta show them your ID, your license, some paperwork to prove you're a real person or something like that. So I would assume a human being has to review your paperwork and make sure that you're not, submitting like some sort of
I'll
fraudulent
make sure
information
they
or anything
all
like that.
talk.
And a human being looked at it and verified that this person's actually Leafy's here, which, spoiler alert, it's not. It's a fake channel. It's a fake channel. How the fuck, what did this guy even submit to get verified? Like, how did this guy prove that he is in fact the real Leafy is here? What the fuck what did he do? Maybe the verification system, isn't that tight, isn't that tight knit or whatever as I'm thinking or whatever, but literally you have to send like ID and shit to make sure you get verified on YouTube, to make sure you're a real person. I don't know how the fuck this guy did it once, but what if I told you this crazy motherfucker did it twice? I literally just tweeted this out right now. This guy changed his name to Leafy, which is Leafy's, new channel. He changed his name to Leafy to once again regain the system. And on YouTube, when you change your username, it will remove your verified checkmark, and you have to reapply. So this guy reapplied again, and normally the process to get verified and re-verified is like it takes some months. All right, it took Roblox months to get verified.
What's on your mind, old man?
This guy
I'm dying,
signed up for
Mistress.
verification
I
again
can feel it in my
and
bones.
got it again
But
in
first,
days, literal days,
there's
over
something I need to
Christmas
do.
when there's no staff working on the website.
Will you help
What the
me
how?
mercifully? I can offer you what
How
got
is
me
this
I
guy
have
doing
left.
it? Not in, like all the odds are stacked
I
against
won't
him.
deny an
This is
old
not
man.
supposed to be
I always
possible, and he's
promised
doing
my
it in
wife
record
I'd
timing.
take her to
Is
see
this
the
guy
red
working
but
for
she
YouTube?
met
Is
the
he like a
ferryman.
vet or
It was
something?
always
What is
one
this guy
children,
doing?
war.
And he even tweets out on here on his community tab. Tweets out,
It was a tough
Posts,
situation.
rather,
You're a kind
verified.
soul,
They call me
Mistress,
Beefy
but
for
I
a
failed
reason.
her.
He's definitely
So,
taking the W there.
what do you want me to
I
do?
need you to
Shit,
pick
dude,
some
this
of those
is
red
literally
flowers
how
for me from
fucking
the summit.
it
Just
is.
a few would do.
But if there's
I
one
don't
thing
have
that
long.
this tells me right
I
here
understand.
is that the age
You
old,
there, Mistios.
YouTube excuse of oh, I don't run this channel. My brother or my dad or my girlfriend or this company that I just made, they own the channel. This excuse, this little loophole that even Keemstar benefited off of before he was officially unbanned from YouTube, it no longer works anymore. It might work for people that are just not on like the level that Leafy is on. Like if you're banned and you have like 20,000 subs or whatever, and you make a new channel and you use that loophole or whatever, you might be able to slip through the cracks, right? But Leafy is just so big, he's so relevant that if he does the loophole or whatever, YouTube's gonna be onto him, and YouTube's gonna be like, okay, yeah, you definitely own the channel. We're gonna ban you anyway. Or even if you don't, we're still gonna ban you because YouTube, Leafy's on that high priority where YouTube doesn't want anything to do with them. Like if you're like a little guy that gets banned,
I see it.
sort of rebounds for him. I don't want to name names of channels that I know that have been able to do this because I don't want to put a spotlight on them.
This must be the place the old man spoke of.
I can
There
literally
it
think of
is.
channels off the top of my
The
head
flower.
that use this little loophole right here to make a new channel and be able to use YouTube even though they're banned or whatever. It's called ban evasion. But yeah, Leafy's gone, and this channel literally, this guy has to be like a vet or something. This guy has to be working for some sort of government. How is he? How? I don't understand. Maybe somebody who knows more about how verification works on YouTube can explain this to me, but under my understandings, this should literally be impossible. And this meant
2020, that's it. Calling anyone with
I should hurry back to the old man near Gortin.
Hey everybody, and welcome to AJS. This is Steve. Final scheduling show for 2020. I say schedule because it's 2020, and who knows what's gonna happen.
Breaking news beforehand, but I want to thank our sponsors real quickly. Check it out.
Yo, we've been wrapping that thing for an hour. We gotta go.
Alright. I think I'm done. What do you guys think of my package? Huh? I can't even see the package. What is that? Hey, it's nice and festive.
If John, if I found that under my tree, I would burn it.
seriously, get a better package.
Whoa. This looks way better.
Hades claims another.
In all my life, I never seen him so peaceful. I hope he's found matter. Those flowers, are they...
Yes. He asked me to fetch them.
You silly old man. Is this why you left Vefka? To fetch matter flowers so far from home? You silly, stubborn old man.
Here.
Thank you so much, Miss Hughes.
He made a promise to his wife, and I made a promise to him.
I don't have anything to offer you. Mater must be so glad you brought her flowers.
Give you the nitty-gritty and final opinion here soon. And yeah, that's pretty much it. That's all you think. Oh, the Patreon. So
You must be the hoarder.
previously I was
The
like, hey,
collector.
wouldn't it be cool if
Dust
for our
collector,
40K
maybe.
watch our
I'm
Christmas
here about the
special?
Minotaur.
We did a little
No.
Alex
I don't.
Herbal Army
I can't.
versus
I don't know
Joe.
anything about the Minotaur.
Juanito
Ardos
died
sent me.
and other
He
Joe
says you know
died.
things.
Ardos, the boy. Never talk to the boy. We all talk.
I'm not here to break bones. I'm here for information.
I'll answer your questions. But
Can we not play games? There's nothing wrong with my armor.
Nikios stood his armor was the finest in the Greek world. He could have worn Theseus' when we found it. But I was the perfect fit. Don't make Nikios' mistake. Wear Theseus' armor.
You said you sold Theseus' armor.
a military commander stationed in the fort. He has a cave.
Sounds like a hard thing to put.
No, easy. They're up.
Oh, please kill me.
Breathe, Collector. I've learned enough. If Theseus' armor is still in the fort, I'll find it.
There are more pieces of Theseus' armor. I only managed to obtain two, but someone stole one. If you find it, you can have it. But keep
Spectacular passion. So check the Patreon later on this week for that. I'll try to put up a clip for you later tomorrow. With one different bedroom. Alright guys, so let's
The hidden cave.
Cyberpunk.
Alrighty.
So Cyberpunk put out patch 1.06, and we were talking about corrupted saves and how it's absolutely absurd that that size of they put out their they also said that it was going to add some stability to some of the last things. No, I've been playing Cyberpunk. I don't need to, but I have been playing Cyberpunk for PS4 so that we have the PC experience and we have the console experience. And
Should be extra careful in this area.
broke my shit. Yeah, it doesn't work. Like the game from 1.04 up until 1.04 was horrible. You could not play for 2 days. It was horrible. 1.05 did drop like insane. I got 50 hours of the game, no problem. It crashes again every about 15 minutes or so, and every time it crashes, you usually check the save file, or they fix that. They fix that. This one's the save file one, and so they're trying to do stuff. It's just not working, and they're like, "Hey, we fixed the last gen." It's like, you can't. It's like horrible.
Sorry, they haven't fixed it yet.
surreal. I wonder how many more pieces of this house's armor we'll get.
Alright, we also got some sales figures, so someone has sold
Yeah, stop that. Mia!
It teaches these companies that there's no repercussions. There's repercussions.
Yeah, we're about to talk about some of them, but like these sales numbers are so good. There was no dent, so that's the problem. It's like, so everyone talks to them. I refunded my game.
I'm sure that the number would have been high. It's just my opinion, but the number would have been higher if this thing was on massive success. Word of mouth would have spread even more, and people who don't normally are into these types of games or wouldn't normally get a console or wouldn't normally get the last gen or upgrade their PC. I'm sure there are people that are like, no, I'm not going to upgrade my PC now. I'll wait.
Yeah, they'll probably wait. But as far as like the people who are out claiming that they got refunds and there's mass refunds, it's just and so we talked a little last week about the investors exploring options. Again, investors have an easier time suing CD Projekt.
This must be Ardos's house.
And so the investors have filed.
Where's the boy? Ardos.
You're his caretaker?
Of course.
Yeah,
I need to
they
speak.
are facing the legal battle. So, Rosen Law Firms, they announced that.
Don't worry about Ardos. He's safe. Far.
Where is he?
I was told to expect an old man.
It's very important I see.
You know, it just works. We heard that before, and it looks
Who told
great.
you about the boy? Speak!
It's nothing personal with the boy or the old man. But if I tell you anything, I'm good as...
Dead? Guess what will happen if you don't tell me anything?
Stuff like that, so I can't really comment on.
You'd stand by as an... And you...
They're just up the road! The cult! Go kill them all! Let me go, and I won't tell...
Yeah, so we'll get to the next line in the...
I'll let Zeus decide your fate. I need...
Thank you, Mistios.
The old man is alive. I should check the temple in Festus.
Defendant's statements about business operations and projects were false, misleading, and or lack of times. It doesn't have a current lead plaintiff for the case yet. Rosen's suit in the U.S. made such one face, and so they haven't announced that what damages if they can be sued for anything. You can only imagine. Now, this doesn't necessarily mean that the case is not. Right? CD Projekt Red, they have said this is exactly what we said to investors. We were not lying. We weren't purposely trying to do this thing like this. So they can defend themselves pretty well. So we don't know if this is. From what it sounds like, it's pretty reasonable that they were told that it works on PlayStation 4. No, it doesn't. It doesn't work.
We're out.
It does not work.
It works for Jacob, because Jacob's still
No,
playing.
it's crashing over Jacob now, too.
It's crashing for Jacob, too? Yeah, he's like, this new pen sucks.
Yeah.
There's the old man.
Oh my god! God damn it! So, we're just... God damn it, man!
It's horrible, because I'll play it for 15 minutes, it'll crash, even if I'm saving
old man
all
is
the
here.
time. And it's like, you cannot save your year. It's like, okay, cool, save as soon as I possibly can. Crashes like, I lost 14 minutes, so I've only played 1 minute of the game. 30 minutes.
This area will be well defended.
This is the worst.
And it sucks so bad because I love content. I love the developers who are in the trenches working on
No! Shit!
just the management suit above them. They needed more time. Heavily so that they could get but since they haven't had a year, you know, doing it right, they see what's going on with Cyberpunk.
I give him points for learning from the mistakes of others.
I've told you everything I know.
But again,
Wait.
question
Who are you?
Ardo sent me. Can you walk?
The boy. Thank you, gods.
They had to.
They got
Red Dead 2
for it
on
done.
PlayStation 4. Where did that get? Amazing. Last of Us 2 looked amazing. There was a lot of amazing looking games on PlayStation 4 that had a lot more going on than I drive around South Africa and I'm sitting in the streets of every other country, and you know that there was a dial that they was like, well, the PlayStation 4 can't handle actual civilians and NPCs in cars. Civilians and all the cars. So the game feels everything. Next news story. We talked about giant brew and all the things that were tied in there. So they were talking about filming for streamers, the language of the bill.
Chase Freedom Flex with new ways to earn cash back, like 5% on bonus categories like department stores. And limits apply, and you have to activate each quarter.
And there was potentially disastrous implications if the wording had gone so. Well, we got the wording, and as far as we are concerned, Twitch and YouTube,
Breathe, old man.
because we
We
are
were wrong
The
about
boy.
it. Like, I'm like, this guy's a fucking asshole. He's a, more. How could he do this to us?
I won't let anyone
Language
hurt
hadn't
him.
been released.
Though
And
I
in my
do sometimes
defense,
think about
every
strangling him
single
myself.
time Congress has
Argos has been known to
released
test
or
even the most
people
resolute
stuff,
of wills.
it has
I'm
been
looking for a
bad,
way into the labyrinth.
to the point where
Ardo
I
said you
had
might
to
know something.
fly
I know
to
this.
Washington to tell
That
some
place
of my
is
senators
death.
in Texas and other senators. I think I put
Why would they hurt you?
When the survivors fled the Minotaur, they left behind a disc.
Then why do they think Ardo?
Because he does. He stole it from me.
One other about SOPA, right? And
They
were
thought I
arguing on
failed
behalf of SOPA.
him.
This was a long time ago, and this thing just keeps coming up because
The
honestly,
people who tortured you, you can still make things right with Ardo. As smart as he needs you.
He doesn't even want to see me miss the
Keep
It
trying.
sounded like he wanted to jail streamers if they happened
just
to have
promise to
played
keep-
songs
He'll be
back
safe
on,
with
like
me.
Jail time, like make them
You should ask Ardos if the old man is telling the truth.
You're kind of right, right? If you
This
are
must be
streaming
a part
illegal
of the
things
Celsius
and only
army.
streaming illegal things,
Fancy.
like without the fair written express consent of the NFL, which is actually what's specifically mentioned. And it's like if
That's funny because that thing is bumped.
You're being what?
because it is now a felony to do so. And so they wanted to give these people do not have Twitch channels. They just sit there, they put up a picture, and they do it. It was not designed to promote streamers. Yeah, he goes on. Inside this giant book called PACE Act, which was described in another article as one of the worst written laws covering DMC ever.
But I don't want to pass over that first one because, I mean, he gave corporations what they want, which is if you're caught streaming that, and we have no idea how that law will be interpreted in actual cases. So say, for example, you stream the NFL and you're putting your commentary over it, you go immediately to jail and you're a felon, right?
If you do not have consent, yeah. If you're not the specific.
Whereas before that wasn't the case. Before your repercussions are Twitch will ban you and then that's it.
Yeah. And so now they have the legal means
protecting
to
corporations, okay, and IPs, all right.
Yeah, so he was going after there, and they specifically included wording that as long as you it is not the only, I think it was like financially viable portion of it.
New Air Volume Mega Mascara by L'Oreal Paris. You're worth it.
Guys, all right, we have to create some sort of a constitution or you know, some sort of articles of confederation for gamers.
Gamer Bill of Rights.
Gamer Bill of Rights, where it's like, these are the microtransactions that we're okay with, because we understand it's a digital age. We understand that you want to make money, but at the same time, there are microtransactions that are unacceptable. Boosters and time savers when a game is fashioned in a way that it is, and then progression or microtransactions tied directly to progression, like what happened with the Battlefront. So there's certain things, and you know, we need to make a list. And if you want in the comments,
This costs $100.
you know, and then we can go into 2021.
One of the things on the list is fuck right.
Very.
And I play League
With very
right
specific rules, you know, because I have no problem with cosmetic microtransactions as long as there are cosmetic free costume. Because you can't have an RPG. Oh, you said my cosmetics are okay, so we can charge you the $3 for horse armor, $7 for horse armor, and $10 for
You start off with a potato sack.
you start off with a potato sack and you get no clothing at all. No, that's not acceptable.
That's like Avengers. Like, you can't change your costumes unless you buy something.
Right, you have to have plenty. Well, you can, but they're lame. And you have to have plenty of them, and they have to be impressive looking, and then you can add some more, right?
And also they can't be $300 because
So we have to figure out the Gamer Bill of Rights, the Gamer Microtransaction Bill of Rights, or something. Somebody help us in the comments with that. I will look for up and give you some credit. I will also be looking on that. Cool. All right, guys. So thank you so much to our sponsors, Manscaped. They keep us.
Hey everybody, and welcome to AJS News. This is actually the last news. The other one wasn't the last one of 2020. This is the super last one.
For sure. Unless breaking news.
Yes. Swordfish.
I hope you know what you're in
Guys,
for.
thank y'all so much for clicking on the video and being with us in this
just for
wild ass year.
sneezing.
Let's get a word from our sponsors who helped us through all of it.
Where is he?
No one's seen him in a long
We
time.
gotta go.
But there's a
Alright.
he controls Raglan from a hideout
What do you
underground.
guys think of my package?
That's ridiculous.
That's all I know, mister.
I can't even see your package over there. What is that?
What do you mean? It's nice and festive.
Joe, if I found that under my tree, I would burn it. Ugh.
I'll keep that in mind.
Not another word out of you, Malaka. I have orders. Everyone who talks.
This looks way better.
That's clean.
Thank you.
That's clean. I like that. Very nice.
Got that ball toner, that deodorant, and that lawnmower 3.0. And get 20% off right now with free shipping if you go to www.manscaped.com/AngryJoeShow. The coupon is automatically applied with that link. Guys, Manscaped, seriously, click those links down below. One of our favorite people to work with. They love our style. They love our parodies. We love them back. We want
Don't
you.
hide your package.
If you haven't done it and you're waiting to do it, please do it now. All right? I hope you got some good gifts. Get a gift for yourself. Have an amazing package like Other Joe.
Direct from OJ.
Do you want an amazing package like Other Joe? Get Manscaped.
All right.
Okay.
And in the last video, I talked about Cyberpunk. I'm going away on a vacation with my girl for a few days. It'll be done when I get back. So look at the beginning of
2020.
get a nice, really badass video to start off in 2021, and then we will do our top 10 lists of the year, which are always really fun to do. And we might mix it up this year with some new ones, and then but we usually do those in January anyway. So So hopefully you guys have been super patient. We kind of put it out. But the big one's coming. We've already got some really funny parodies, and we hope you guys enjoy it. So it'll be ready at the beginning of January. Just want to give you a heads up. And then also check the last video for a little update on our Patreon and Warhammer battles. Let's get to the news.
Silent Hill creator has a new horror game coming in 2023.
Hell yeah! I'm looking forward to any horror, man. We love horror. I mean, I know you guys would constantly do misadventures horror, but those kind of things.
They're cheap horrors.
Some of them are good.
Look, cheap horrors have a place too.
Okay, alright, cheap horrors. But I'm ready for a AAA horror. You know, it seems like these guys are playing. And, you know, maybe who knows, maybe they'll give $50 million to Granny 4, you know, with Granny 3.
John Granny.
Big budget Granny?
Alright. Well, so there are still rumors about a actual Silent Hill game happening, but there are rumors.
God, I wish those rumors were true. And we fucking knew it. Fucking knew it. Nothing
I
was
do want to call out, random person, I don't even want to mention his name, asshole on the internet who keeps lying about stuff. Hey, he's the right one.
What's the problem?
My husband is missing. He went out fishing yesterday near Nafi and hasn't returned.
Alex needed his iPhone.
Stop it.
You must listen.
This is more than a wife missing her husband. I truly fear he's in danger.
In danger of what?
Pirates. They were spotted in the area recently. I told them it was too dangerous, but we needed the Rahmi to pay sword fees.
I'm all for it. I'm ready for people to start making...
I could rescue your husband. For a price.
Please.
Which is a lot of...
I'll look for your husband.
His favorite fishing spot.
If he's alive, I'll...
We've got a couple interesting ones coming. We know we have Medium coming up. We've got, what is the that one, the Calypso project. That one looks pretty good.
The Geiger one.
Oh, yeah, that one looks pretty interesting.
That's what I thought.
So there's a lot of potentially good ones coming out. They always start off looking pretty good. They all have pretty cool trailers. Really disappointing.
We'll see.
We get an Asian too.
I hope not. 3 or 4.
Okay.
It'll be alright. I mean, 2020 will be great. Trust me. Who's looking forward?
There's nothing as unique as our eyes, which is why SLR pioneers ways to make lenses with 3 cutting-edge solutions in a single lens. So whatever your needs, your local SLR experts have the perfect lens for you. See more, do more, SLR.
The first time you sit down, it is loud. There are fans screaming and chanting, drowning out the call-outs from your teammates. I mean, you are not in Kansas anymore. We're in the finals, trying to find the last player, finally take him out.
All right, another great news. Tencent acquires Warframe developer Digital Extremes and several other game studios. Expanding their empire and owning everything in the games industry. Oh, and also the movie industry and all entertainment in the world. Everyone happy, right?
This is bad news because, I think they were already Chinese owned or had some Chinese interest in there, but they were good ones. Made them be good at that. Part of the reason why it seemed like the people who own had some.
Your wife sent me to find you. We need to leave now. I'll let you
right behind you.
Well, obviously, the developers but it was a perfect match because even the people that were in charge there, like some of the superheroes, some people must watch this in China or maybe some other countries that aren't the U.S. or Canada.
If your Chinese credit score is high enough, you get access to radio too.
Right. Well, I don't know what it is. I have no idea what it is. So I was like, all right, cool, man. That's awesome. But now, I guess they got bought out by maybe Tencent. I don't have any of those details. Don't take a word from me.
Yeah, so
it's all hearsay. But now, I guess Tencent owns it. Or maybe it was Tencent that liked this. Who knows?
No, Tencent has just recently acquired Leiyu Technologies, which used to be a chicken company. They used to be a chicken processing company in 2014, and then it decided to Leiyu Technologies.
What?
And then they used to make chicken nuggets.
Oh, we got a story on that, Joe.
Yeah, and then so the chicken processing company decided to invest in games, and then games became real popular, and then they started buying other companies, and they eventually bought Digital Extremes, the developer of Warframe. Now, Now, what's nice about that is their relationship says, look, you can own my game. You don't get to make any decisions. You get to do all the money stuff. You get the money. I get to make the game the way I want to, which is why Warframe has always handled it.
Yeah, that's so I like that. That's why I was like, anybody that watches our show or that drops mention we like your show, I think it's because they like the ideals on the show. It's like, hey, no excessive microtransactions that just like destroy.
Keep it gamers, not gamers.
Right. And Warframe is one of the examples of free-to-play games that we like.
And so, Leyu also owns a bunch of other companies. They do Gears Tactics. They're currently working with the Lord of the Rings MMO. Yeah. So Tencent has got it. If you're not familiar with Tencent,
I hope that Lord of the Rings MMO is good.
But apparently, according to Warframe, look, the same relationships. It's so hard to do everything. It's not going to be.
Of course, they're going to say that to ease our fears because Tencent has a bad reputation around gamers now because of all the things that's been going on.
Do you want to know who they own? As a refresh, they own 100% of Riot Games, who makes Vanguard, and they sell $300 skins, and they've got loot boxes, and all sorts of. And they don't balance the beats.
Valorant, I don't know who makes those decisions. Either Valorant themselves,
there's enough widows in this world to
Riot themselves or Tencent. Honestly, I want to say Riot.
Behind on our payments to Swordfish, so your kindness
are marking each other's mouths and humping each other and doing all kinds of
$312 guns. Seriously, still worthless moves for $310. Everybody, every single gamer should be insulted.
But his presence is felt everywhere in the Atlantic.
Should check out the waters near the beacon.
They own 40% cheap horror games. Yeah. All right. They also own 40% of Epic Games. You know, Epic, that big company. Yeah. They own 11.5% of Bluehole. They own PUBG. You know, that's a really big transaction. 5% of Ubisoft. They own 5% at least of Activision Blizzard, plus almost all.
Now they own Warframe.
They own Grinding Gear. 80% of the Grinding Gear games, which is Path of Exile. You know, another free-to-play game that typically have been doing everything right as far as like free monetization goes, where things that they're pretty good.
I'm gonna, because Digital Extra, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna believe them. All right, I'm gonna believe that they're still getting to run independent, but I guarantee you they're not. The next update is not gonna add skeletons, and it's not gonna add Winnie the Pooh Warframe. We're not gonna be seeing a Winnie the Pooh Warframe, guys. I'm sorry, your dreams are.
That would be hilarious.
It would be hilarious.
Oh man, that is not happening at all.
Never happened.
Well, so now the Tencent owns them, and they're buying all the movie studios, and they're funding all these movies. Just another step towards where we have to be constantly mindful of what domination. Well, no, Chinese censorship is what I'm getting to, right? So we get to the point where they decide that they don't like something, and so they kill it, right? Monster Hunter World, they killed it. They funded it, and then they killed it, and they purposely did that. They funded it 100% of the way, and there was a joke they didn't like, and so they said, you don't get to release in China, which the movie was pretty much designed to be released in China.
Oh, yeah.
And so they will continue to do things like that. They will make sure that games don't get made if your artist puts in Chinese script.
One of the examples is Top Gun. You know, his jacket has to be changed. No Taiwanese flag, and so our best fighter pilot has been crushed by the reveal. Anyway,
so we'll keep an eye out.
That's a fictional pilot. Maverick, when's that movie coming out? The thing got shelved, I guess because of the pandemic. Maybe it'll come out next year. We'll see.
Okay. Big news in consoles is we got a new console.
Soldier Boy 2.
Soldier Boy 2.
Oh shit! Watch me gaming.
Oh, for Christ!
Actually, some of his streams are pretty entertaining, Joe. If you've seen like him play Dragon Ball Z, he that kid that powers up, tries to become Super Saiyan. He does a little bit of that shit. It's funny. All right, Soldier Boy.
Well, KFC's jumping into the game, and we're getting a
KFC
console.
KFC console? Are you fucking shitting me?
It's real. They're working with Cooler Master.
Hey, I like KFC. All right. Hey, KFC, call the Angry Joe Show. I fucking love your your chicken. My girlfriend hates your chicken, but I love your chicken. I keep taking her there. The only problem is every time the KFC's
Thank
around
the
here
gods.
Mistios,
I need your help. We've been ravaged by storms.
Have you tried making an
A
offer?
simple offering isn't enough to appease him.
This? You call this?
The Uncle of Holy X! Thank the gods.
Not so fast. What do you want, Mistios? This axe would fetch a good price at the order.
No, you can't sell it. Give it back. I'll pay
Give me
you.
that console. I need a KFC console. You know what? I'll tell you what. If
The
that
axe
shit
was yours to begin with. Take it.
You had me worried, Mistios.
Exactly, because that's what it is. It's a grill. It's a fucking grill. It's a fucking heater for your chicken. So you're playing your games, and you put your chicken in it, and you close the door. Grease is gonna go everywhere. Hey, Joe. Grease is gonna go anywhere, anyway. Joe, you ever play games? Come on now. KFC console, boy. Team up with the Angry Joe Show.
It's gonna be.
So what is it? It's not literally a console.
Sort of. It's like a small tower, right? And so it's a beefy enough specs, capable of running games at 4K, 240 FPS.
240 for all games.
It runs an Intel Zen 9 Extreme Compute Element. So it's an i9.
Greenland is a hit around the world. It's a cut above. And reminds us why we love disaster movies.
It's just a powerful PC.
A hot swappable GPU.
Oh, it's teamed up with Cool Master. Get it, Cool Master, but now it's Hot Master. Hot Master.
I actually had a bunch of Cool Masters.
Did you? Are they good?
Yeah, they're great. The original, I bought one last time. It had the biggest fan on top possible, and it was great.
But now it's Hot Master.
The storage is a pair of Seagate Barracuda 1TB SSDs, 2 of them. I mean, this thing is specifically designed to be significantly better than both the Xbox Series X and the PlayStation 5. It crushes both of them. But it also has inside, which is the greatest thing. It's a little drawer. It uses the heat. No, it's a little cabinet. You open it up, you pull out the little drawer, and you can put chicken in it. And they also have the weirdest marketing thing ever.
Honestly, we're looking at their tweet right now. The consoles wars are over. Introducing the KS console.
This is it.
I want one. Send us one KFC, please.
I would buy the
Alex,
shit out of
I'm not joking. Can you see if you can find an email for KFC?
The cherry on top for this console, press the button, is like, hey, we don't have to go
Oh, look at that. Joe's even making it better. That's the KFC console 360. That's the KFC console Uber. That's the Eats. That's the KFC console plus, Joe. Gotta pay extra for that. No, honestly, guys, this is silly.
This is the most silly thing.
This is the good kind of silly.
So KFC has someone working in their marketing department that is an absolute brilliant nut job right there.
My God, what's going on here?
We want to do crazy stuff. So they originally did the Colonel Sanders dating simulator.
I love your chicken, man. That original recipe, boy. You know how many spices are in that? I want to know the spice.
We know what this is.
No, shut up.
Okay.
How dare you?
So they did the Colonel Sanders. I love it. Colonel Sanders is what the game's called, is a dating simulator. Then the KFC console, and not even the weirdest thing that they did is they have a lifetime series coming out that we watched the trailer.
It's starring
You cow.
It's totally by coincidence.
Dog of Cosmos! Have you come to bite?
I had nothing to do with the contest.
Think I believe you? You're mad!
The internet got mad at me.
I'm here for the...
I won't go back! I won't go back in there! I don't care if I owe the cult. I want out! You want that artifact? Go fetch it!
Once a cultist, always a contest.
What do you want from me then, Vimos?
Answers. And you will give them to me.
I showed my girl.
How did you get into the labyrinth?
Nikios had a key.
But it's probably like
He put it into the steel. But you can't go in there.
You underestimate me.
That's what Nikios said. Ah! I'll feed you to the side!
Exactly. So this is just another part of their really weird marketing, and you know what, it worked. And I don't know. Let's jump there. KFC has a new gaming console.
Not so good with a sword after all.
Xbox 60 games, so I'm cool. I'm cool KFC wants you, but you screwed it up there. It's not console, PC. You could have still said
Find
Master
Drachmi
PC
anywhere if you
race,
look hard
or like
enough.
Master
All it takes is a little persuasion.
Two PC race
instead of a give us some time. Don't judge us on that. We'll come up with something friggin' awesome.
A broken man. Haunted by the Minotaur to the very end.
Oh man, that's hilarious. We should revive the, I don't know, the VR or something like that. You want to put chicken in your console, Joe, or your PC? I want to put chicken in my PC. I want to copy it. I will do a video. I like the chicken nice and fresh. Right, it'll take care of the problem that every time I go to KFC, I get the fucking old nasty ass chicken. This time, I get a good heated chicken.
Heated, nasty old chicken.
Fine.
Sitting in that
Shit.
KFC.
Now
We gotta go to the one that we're talking about. We said that the manager likes us. He watches the show. And just be like, look, I know you're a fan of the show.
Yeah.
Give me
I'll call him ahead of time.
Be like,
The girl's coming up.
yeah, when is the nasty chicken getting thrown out? Because I want them inside. All right, you ready for that?
I have that same problem at Panda Express. You know how fucking bad I get. I'm like, when they go pick up some Panda Express, they're like, you want something? Like, yes.
It's embarrassing going to Panda Express sometimes.
I'm like, hey, come
or
on.
a lot of the time.
I've gotten into arguments with the
It's they sell the ones that have like it's like a wet sponge because it's been sitting there for 3 hours. And you're like, can I not have that?
Do your job.
It's like it's
Do I
fresh.
need to call
Mix
corporate?
All right, let's go.
Only time corporate helps.
All right, focus.
Fresh chicken. Sorry.
Back to the news.
No, I like this kind of stuff. We should do more of this kind of stuff in our. Tell us. Comments.
All right. 31% of young UK gamers struggle to track their spending on loot boxes.
What a surprise! Shocked Pikachu face! So you're telling me if you repeat an action over and over and over and ad nauseum and train them, they get used to it to the point where they have gambling tendencies, they lose their money,
Doesn't keep a tab of all those things.
Yeah. Jeez. It's almost as if we were right.
Yes. So the Gambling Health Alliance says 1 in 4 gamers spend over £100 on randomized in-game items, and this was established by the Royal Society for Public Health. And so the new report did a basic study. All they did is pretty much ask these kids, and it's common sense stuff that we've been saying for a long time that
I
they're
wonder,
politics.
do you guys out there keep track of how many digital microtransactions you make every year? Everything is on just a microtransaction. Obviously not a video transaction. No, it's physical things that you can resell. There's a market for that shit. There's no market for fucking goods that are worthless. Like fucking the fucking roster in Madden 20 comes in fucking worthless.
Yes.
Mine's under
Under 100?
Under 100. So you're one of those. You're one of these. Okay, keep going.
Okay, so the study found that 31% of
You.
gamers are completely unaware.
Whatever it was, I didn't steal it.
The old caretaker said...
Whoa, he told you stuff?
Did he? No, he didn't. But
what about the collector?
I don't have one more good.
When asked to
he
estimate
said
how much
you're like your...
Really? That's nice to know.
Look, the old caretaker...
Wait. And swordfish, what did he say?
Because your dollars go into coins, your coins go into gems.
He said the key...
Oh, I know what's this key you're talking.
The old man said you stole something.
No, I didn't. Wait. What did he accuse me of stealing?
The key to the labyrinth.
Oh, you mean this old thing? I always wondered what it was.
Swordfish mentioned there was a place to put the disc.
Oh, so what do we...
If we put the disc into... Then I see about a minute.
And you'll save my pattern too, right?
On purpose, and so this is just another time where an agency...
I promised I'd save your pater, didn't I?
You're the best, Mistios.
Your pater and I will be back.
Let's head to the entrance and get out the...
Looks like a piece of Swordfish's armor.
Let's show them who we are.
Yeah, because the UK is gambling controls anyway, with people betting on everything. I mean, you walk down the street and there are betting offices everywhere. So, I mean, it's an issue.
It's eroding, and it's getting closer and closer to our children, and younger via video games. Video games is being this Trojan horse for some of these sinister gambling tendencies, and it sucks. And it's so weird. Like, I never thought I'd grow up one day and being one of the advocates, in this realm, but that's just how things are evolving, and somebody needs to take a stand against it, or at least we need to keep track of it so that we know exactly what's going on. And then when they're like, what happened? What's going on? It's like, we told you. We told you this whole time. You could have taken all these preventative measures, and goddamn it, they're gonna wait until the shit is fucked. They always wait till shit is fucked.
Yeah, I mean, we've talked about...
Fuck us, Joe, fuck us, and they're trying to...
We've known this for a long time, and we are also of the opinion that it's like, if you got money, you spend whatever you want. The issue that we have is using...
I care how you spend your money, because it's ruining.
But like, to the point where these companies are hiring psychologists in order to make sure that you get used to clicking, get used to children clicking. And this is the part of the study that was an issue. The report found that 13% claimed that their loot box purchases got them into debt, and 15% they had taken money from their parents' permission. They were stealing from their parents to buy Sonic rings.
Yeah, I was gonna say that story. It was so easy. All you have to do is
and when you're young like that, you know what you're doing. Like, some smart ass 9-year-old. You know what you're doing. I didn't know, Mama. I didn't fucking. There's some people out there, some sinister 9-year-olds know exactly what the fuck.
It's real.
Why the gods?
Cells used to navigate the labyrinth.
Reset by spending the force of movies to release their
on the playground now. Make up for their game.
I don't know if I believe the 3 kids that my parents ever mortgaged their homes to get box that.
I do.
Maybe.
There's dumbasses all throughout the world. I guarantee there's extreme examples of people.
There's 10K, 15K.
There's 16,000. If there's, people dying from COVID, on hospital beds, their partner, their literal husband and wife, and then the husband and wife calls in on FaceTime, and they're in this big gathering without masks. I read that article too. It's like, yes, so there's examples of big people who are more.
So we're at the point where the UK government is looking to do something about it, right? They're calling witnesses up. They keep calling King that does Candy Crush. They keep calling EA, which is just another big collection of assholes, and all of these people, and then they do speak to some of these other agencies. The problem is there's a group that they continue to listen to and ignore people that actually decide that this.
If our fucking, if our government worked as the way it should be, and Congress worked the way it should be, then 2 big bills would have watch our previous episode. We were talking about the MCA. This episode, we're talking about microtransactions. There needs to be legislation in these 2 areas against gambling addiction, gambling in games for kids, and fucking the MCA. We need those, but of course, I guess we got to pandemic so that we screw things over. As far as what's important, and then hopefully 2021. Guys, this is coming to a head. Within the next 5 years, there's going to be legislation because those corporations are pushing it every time. They come in SOPA, and then it's not SOPA, and then it's ROPA, and then it's COPA, and then it just keeps coming back over and over. And some senators are introducing some, and you wonder where their motivations are. Oh no, it's with the world. We'll pay lip service to you guys, but really, what's in it is this purpose. So,
can't be minimum.
5 years,
what is this?
We have to, basically.
Walaka, it's real. Why the gods? The string of the cells used to navigate the labyrinth.
Well, the last one I want to talk about.
Let's see what's at the end.
Receiving incoming transmission.
Crazy. I almost don't believe it.
It is real clickbaity, and
I think it's true though.
I mean, the numbers are correct. They just don't take anything into consideration because
what is it?
They say Spider-Man Miles Morales game tank 70% drop from the previous one.
70% drop. Because that's digital, right? Digital only.
This is also not a true sequel to Spider-Man because it's a half of a game.
This must be Nitus.
As not the true sequel.
The ring.
And so the
Arthos
sales
might
information
want
comes
this.
from super data.
Yes, it does. It sucks so bad because I think it's a good game. But does it show you that they made a marketing mistake? That they should have just called it Spider-Man 2 and they would have made a bunch of money there just day. You know what I mean? Or is it no? It's because it's Miles Morales and nobody likes Miles Morales, or a segment of the buying audience doesn't give a shit about Miles Morales, or they saw the promo material and they saw Spider-Man swinging through New York and they saw, no, this isn't for me. It doesn't make any sense. I don't know why there's such a big drop, whereas other games during the pandemic are seeing increase in sales as more people are going home and staying home. They need things to play. The Last of Us 2 broken sales records. Of course, that is a real sequel marketed as the sequel. So maybe it's all about the sequel. Because I guarantee your ass if Spider-Man 2 comes out with Peter Parker, the real Spider-Man 2 in 2022, full-length game, it's gonna fucking do gangbusters. It's not gonna have no 70% drop. Right, I think the perception at some point was that it was not a true sequel, like they said, because it was marketed as Miles Morales instead of Spider-Man 2. And people caught wind, and gamers are getting smarter? No. That they knew that, no, it's only gonna be 4 hours. It was more than 4 hours. But they caught wind that it was, something small.
Yeah, it was advertised as a smaller game. Now, so what this means, this isn't necessarily a failure, which one of the issues I have with one of these things is not our product.
Physical sales, because that would make sense if it was physical. That would make total sense if it's physical. It's a fucking pandemic.
No, this is digital products.
That is puzzle.
Digital units across PlayStation 4. The issue is not all products need to have the same number of sales. When you have a small, almost DLC-style game, they're not expecting you to sell 2.2 million copies like the original one did. The budget was probably significantly lower because for all of these other things, and so
they probably actually made a higher margin on the game. We don't know. They're not going to.
So the issue with some of the articles like this is they're just like, hey, this is a fact, right? It sells 70% less, but
we wanted this and other things.
This writer wanted this, but it's not coming from Sony. This isn't saying that it was a failure, and they've announced their failures. Remember, like Sony has no issues going. We didn't make our money back on it, so we didn't get any of that stuff. So yes, it didn't sell anywhere near as much as the original one.
663,000
digital
across both PS4 and 5. With the Spider-Man 2.2 million.
One's a major launch title, right? Or it was the largest title of the year for PlayStation, and one is one of the last titles from the dying PlayStation.
Who is this? Fans want original characters, not replacements. Fuck you.
Yeah, I don't.
Miles Morales is an original character, and he's not a fucking replacement
that got posted today.
Spider-Man.
What I am about to be earning.
This can't be minnow. What is this?
With Ionis, United UF.
Walaka. It's real.
Old man Miles.
Why the gods? The string the sails used to navigate the labyrinth. Let's see what's at the end.
Yeah, it's really good.
But anyway, fuck this website. This typically happens, and we see this in Hollywood all the time. This is a story and content are sacrificed in order to push a politically correct
Picture of Rage did this.
False analogy,
Disney, Star Wars, Doctor Who, Supergirl, Terminator, Ghostbusters. I hate these guys.
This must be
people have to
Nikki's.
confuse us with these guys.
A ring.
This guy's a moron. It had nothing
Arthos
to
might
do
want this.
with the fact that he's Puerto Rican and there's Puerto Rican flags. It had nothing to do that there was a female villain. It had nothing to do with any of that shit because that wasn't in the fucking game in the way that you're implying, and people didn't know that before they fucking bought the game. It may be that they just was like, you know what, this is a This is a expansion pack, and they smell the expansion pack coming from a mile away, and they're like,
Price drop or something.
not the sequel. We're waiting for the sequel.
What is Witcher 3 sales compared to Blood and Wine sales? I imagine
Yeah,
70% lower on Blood and Wine.
Blood and Wine.
Which was awesome, amazing. Blood and Wine was incredible, but probably sold
and that
about
expansion
70%.
was big enough that you could consider it goddamn near a sequel, a fucking spin-off, just like Miles Morales. So you're right there. That expansion packs will get less of the sales of the original. And also, Spider-Man came out around the time where the fucking PlayStation was hot. This was the title to own. So, yeah, all right, makes more sense now.
Okay, cool. Anything else you guys want to talk about?
No, that was it. Just looking forward to getting this friggin' year over with. Looking forward to getting out the Cyberpunk review. And I'm a huge weight off my shoulders to, just end this terrible, terrible, crappy year. And I'm hoping that 2021 will be a lot better. We've got some really push stuff. No, it will be better. At least here at the Angry Joe Show, we got some really exciting shows coming. And it should be really, really fun. And thank you guys so much. This is the last episode of the year. So
Happy
New Year's, guys. Buy some fireworks if that's legal in your area and have some fun.
It's supposed to rain all Wednesday.
Stop it! C2 is mine! She's mine! Tell me, C2! Why didn't you make me take your place? You could have had your death that way! Forcing me into your hell of eternal life! C2, it wasn't out of pity, was it? Don't die looking like that! You should come to death smiling! I promise you the smile you never had! Please! What are you doing, C2? If I only had power! Power to escape this place! Power not to lose the world! C2, the Gios power you gave me. It only put me on the path that would lead to my destiny and nothing more. Everything that followed was my choice.
In all my life, I've never met a man like you.
C2.
Everything you've done from the beginning was for her.
I can't treat her differently any longer. So many people have died since this began. For their sakes, we have to see it through to the end. Don't we, C2?
Yes, you are right, Lelouch.
There are still some opposing factions there, but there'll be no match for Shinkai and Todo now that the people are on our side. Besides, you want to see it too, the power of the human heart.
The little devil grows up, huh?
And you're still a witch. I guess that's all. It was something.
We have our contract. I promise to stay with you till the very end. Leave this to me! Get to the Damocles! You stubborn!
Stop! You're no match for the current!
I'm sincerely glad that you care, Lelouch. Now go on, hurry. Just make sure you come back. That'll make me smile, okay?
Yes, I promise you. Don't you worry. I would never do anything to harm you at all. It's the truth. I promise you.
Yes, according to V2, the one that replaced me as their leader. But this is a vast country. Even that guy Rolo doesn't know where their base is, right? So, how are you going to find it?
That's why I took over the Chinese Federation. The flow of goods, power supplies, communications. The order must leave traces of its existence.
I've made a reason to fight. A promise. Are you saying that you love Lelouch? I don't know. I believe the time is finally arrived for me to stop accumulating experiences and start living. That makes you sound almost human. Well done. Anyway, about the lettuce.
What's up, Shirley?
Oh, there you are.
Do you need something?
Well, I have a little problem that I hope you can help me with. No, it's fine. I'm okay. I get cut up all the time.
All the time.
This
be Minnow. What is this?
Bleeding feels even better when it's cold. It feels warm on your outside.
Malaka!
It stings,
It's real.
but only on the outside, and that's always better than hurting
Why
your
the
inside.
gods?
It's just
The
any
strength
kind of
Zeus
force
used to
helps
navigate
make
the
you
labyrinth.
try to keep going.
Let's see what's at the end.
You have to prevail over your own past and over the outcome of your own action. One kiss and you go to pieces then, huh? So for all your breeding and posturing, you're really just a spoiled little boy with a swollen leg.
I should have raged at this.
You're in way too deep to be turning back now. You've passed the point of no return. You need a reason for living.
This must be Mythos. A ring. Ardos might want this.
Lelouch, what are you doing here? I concede you win. Don't care, because to me it doesn't matter. Bye now. Winning or losing, I never would have thought that those feelings were still inside me, alive and well. What should I be doing now?
Let's see now. Sing me a song while hopping on one foot and wearing your clothes inside out.
Yeah, right away, Master.
No, wait! I was kidding! I know what it was now! I understand what your Dios was! And I know your true wish! Come closer! Let me reach you!
Receiving incoming transmission.
And the hurt on the inside. How's it healed?
You just think of friends. I've never actually had one. Not like families. That always comes and goes. I mean someone special who stands beside you. At least, I guess that's what I've heard that friends do.
Yes, they do.
I'm right? A friend will stand by your side.
Malaka Swinador. And here we go! be so proud. The Minotaur is dead. Thanks for your help, Ardos.
Where's Peter?
I searched the labyrinth and... I'm sorry, Ardos.
Sorry? Why?
Listen.
You said you'd bring him back. You lied. Go back in there and find him.
Ardos.
You promised.
He's dead, Ardos. We can't raise the dead. But we can move on.
I'm afraid I'll forget him. I don't want to forget him.
Take it. To remember him by.
Peter's ring? Thank you. Thank you.
We should get out of here. What will you do now?
I don't know, Mistios. Without battle, I don't know.
Maybe you can figure it out together.
Ardos.
Remember, you're never alone. There will always be people who care. Stay out of trouble, boy.
You know I can promise you that.
I'll make sure of it, Mistios. Thank you. Let's go home, Ardos.
I'd like that.
I understand.
And your amulet.
What amulet?
And your ring collection.
So that's where...
And your memoirs.
I hadn't finished those. By the gods, you can't be stealing things all the time, Ardos.
But I'm good at it. And I only steal from people who deserve it.
I didn't deserve it.
You didn't talk to me for years.
Well, you're right. I wasn't there for you.
I'll be on high alert here. You'll never believe what happened in Mesara. Actually, you probably will.
You have my full attention!
I found the legendary labyrinth near Knossos.
Did you go inside?
I defeated the Minotaur.
That's quite a story.
Story? These are the gods we're talking about, Herodotus. Tell me, what did the beast look like? Was he as ruthless as the legends say?
She was. And smelled pretty bad.
How could anyone possibly believe?
I ripped out one of his horns.
What a hero of legend! Everyone at ease!
When you're ready, meet me at the Pnyx in Athens.
Athens. Let's see what this city has in store for me.
Goddess of war and...
Chiere.
I might have a job for you.
You've heard of me?
Don't let it go to your head. I hear about everything that happens in this
You
city.
flatter me like that. How could I
I'm not trying to flatter you. I'm trying to hire you.
I'll help you if I can. Depending on...
Demosthenes.
Very good.
My spies tell me the Spartans are mobilizing. What I want you to do is hamstring them. Get into their forts and remove...
I guess that makes sense.
I'm thrilled you approve. You'll need to bring me the sailors of the commanders you can.
Those don't seem like standard Athenian tactics.
They're not. But it will work, and that's what matters. We've already lost too many Athenians to those... The other generals disagree, but I refuse to let them just...
What do they want to do?
We're not going to win a contest of strength against those brutes. We need to out...
All right. I'll take the job.
Good. I might not have approval to deploy our men to do this, but I'm not about to let that stop.
You've told me enough.
The Spartans may draw near to our walls, but we must come together now for the glory of Athens!
Glory for you! Friends, please! Just because the Spartans are near our walls does not mean we can act like them! A good crop! Shame the Spartans burned the fields where it grew! The Parthenon is glorious, Pericles, but at what cost? How many triremes could we have built instead?
We must not become divided!
We are divided! And the Spartans are winning! Act, Pericles, or I will!
Oh, good. You came. Things are worse than I feared. Cleon has turned the mob. We have to hurry.
Where?
To Pericles.
Stay back!
She is no threat to Pericles. I assure you.
Ah, Herodotus. It's fine. Let them through.
It's good to see you again, Pericles.
And you as well. I only wish it were under better circumstances. And who's this?
Cassandra.
Welcome, Cassandra. And what did you think of your first taste of Athens?
I think you and Cleon both made good points.
Good points aren't at all what the crowd seem to care about. They're afraid, and Cleon indulged their fear.
Pericles, we've come to...
We must choose our moment wisely, and speak our words more privately.
Fine. We've come to you on urgent business.
As does everybody.
I may have told Cassandra you'd invite her to your symposium.
You'd ask me to exclude every Athenian and invite an outsider instead. You heard the crowd. They don't need another reason to hate me.
If she's working for you, maybe the prying eyes will see her as a servant.
I'm no one's servant.
Cassandra, this is Athens. If you want something, sometimes you have to play a role.
And what exactly is it that you want?
I'm looking for a woman who's very important to me. Herodotus said a symposium could be useful for gaining information.
He would be correct. I can get you in, although I can't promise the information you seek will be found.
Just tell me what to do.
First, check on my colleague, Mediochos. He was meant to meet me today, and it's not like him to miss an appointment.
Done.
My friend, Phidias, needs to be taken out of Athens as soon as possible.
Anything else?
Yes. There's an ostracism vote taking place that could use your influence.
I'll do it.
I'll expect you to use discretion.
That went well. It isn't exactly an invitation, but the promise of one is just as good. Although I'm sure he'll still ask Aspasia if it's okay.
So long as it comes.
Here, friend. I saw you talking to my associate, Pericles.
From what I saw, you weren't doing much associating.
That's just politics. Pericles is a good man, a fine man, just not the right one.
That's not what I heard.
From whose lips? His?
He was elected. Athens is the seat of democracy.
Oh, it is. It's just that the wrong man is sitting in that seat.
Did you actually need something, or did you just want to educate me on the finer points of democracy?
Pericles is holding parties for the rich and powerful while we're under siege. What I want is for my people to reclaim control.
And how do you want me to...
Help Athens, not me. The Spartans howl outside our city walls. Think about it. Will you take my commission?
I have no problem killing
Good. Kill their commander, Nabis. Destroy their...
I'll get it done.
Trust me. This is a...
Blessed be the god that sent you here. I'd have been eaten alive if it weren't for you.
I don't think they'd eat you.
But they would have certainly killed me. So thank you.
I'm always happy to help someone in need.
The world could do with more like you. Especially now.
Pericles sent me. He was worried about you.
How can you joke about this? Thugs broke into my home, dragged me here, tied me up and surrounded me.
The snakes?
The thugs!
I'll track them down, Mateo.
Tensions are high right now.
Part of Athens I doubt Pericles is proud to talk about. Athens I doubt Pericles is proud to talk about. There has to be a clue around here somewhere. Snakes? Like the ones that were meant to kill Metiochos. Snake bites. And someone hid the body. Though I have a feeling this death was an accident. It looks like the thugs who attacked Matiojos weren't the masterminds behind this plot. This must be the house of Matiojos' attackers. But the letter proves they're just tools in someone else's plan. Whose?
What the fuck are you doing sniffing around my house?
You attacked Matiojos. I found the snakes, the letter from your friend, and a body. All here.
Oh, Boraktis. We all knew the risks. Change don't happen without a bit of blood being spilled.
I know someone gave you those snakes.
He's a real hero of Athens. No puppet of Pericles.
Tell me what I want to know, or...
All right. He's got a camp.
It's not too late to make a difference, but we have to...
Maybe you're right. You didn't...
Start here. This district is...
Thank you. We will try.
I need to rid Athens of this snake seller.
You'll feel the sting of my venom. I'll end
His death should keep friends of Pericles safe. Looks like your situation's improved since we last met.
The danger has passed for now. But while those monsters are out there, no one is safe.
A group of fishermen tied you up. They were being used by a snake dealer, working for enemies of Athens.
What did you do with them?
I showed them the error of their ways and sent them on their way. They won't be bothering you again.
I'm glad no blood was shed. But how do you know they won't...
I made it very clear that
Well, that must have been a terrifying experience for them. Thank you for your...
Stop. I can't let you go any further.
Stand aside. This is
So is keeping people out. Maybe you...
It's been so long since Phidias and I have...
Oh, come to pay him a last visit before the trial.
Just don't tell anyone I was here.
Sure. Keep it moving.
Sorry about that.
How did you get past the guard? No one gets past the guard.
Relax. Pericles sent me.
Praise Athena. I knew he'd send help. I was worried they sent someone after me.
He sent me to get you out of Athens.
So he knows about the plot.
You mean the trial? From what I've seen, you...
The people love me.
Malaka.
I don't know who to trust. I'm just an artist. I just wanted to create. Please, what am I to do?
First, you need to pull yourself together. I said pull yourself together.
Yes, of course.
All right, we need to go.
South of Athens, there's an island called...
Any clues he has?
Yes. A guard.
I'll distract them while you sneak out. Meet me tonight to set sail.
I understand.
You didn't really think I'd let you come and go as you please, did you?
We have the finest quality merchandise. Please ask for anything you need. My thanks.
If I meditate, maybe Phidias will be here when I'm done.
Good. You made it. I was beginning to worry.
I told you I'd get you out of Athens.
So you did.
Wasting time will only get us into trouble. Let's head to Seriphos while we still can. Ready the oars!
We've been waiting for you!
It's good to see you alive and well, Phidias.
And you, Theras. As you can see, I didn't get here alone.
Ah, yes.
I'm glad I could get him out alive.
And for that heroism, I found some information on a man named Brisson who's plotting Phidias' early demise. Hopefully you can...
I can.
Please give Pericles my thank...
I swear on my life and the lives I will take from others, I will not fail the cosmos again.
You don't want to be me.
The watch will be vigilant.
Receiving incoming transmission.
You must be the one Pericles sent.
I am. He said there was an ostracism vote, but didn't tell me what I'm here to do.
Of course he didn't. That's what I'm for.
What's my role in this?
The votes have already been cast. We don't have long before they're counted. Take the Ostraka in this bag and exchange them with the ones currently under guard.
You want me to rig the ostracism?
Pericles does. And he has his reasons, I'm sure. Bring me the bag you took from the room and I'll take care of the rest.
No one will see me go in or out. Stay here.
You catch the latest gossip? We're being sent to guard the shipment of spearheads. Who said?
Goods from all over the Greek world. You wouldn't think the city was besieged by an army of Spartans. I should be careful. High security here. It's done.
You work quickly.
What are you going to do with them?
Dump them in a well. Ah, it looks like the official has arrived.
I apologize for the delay. There was evidence someone attempted to tamper with the votes. Don't worry. The Ostraka are all accounted for. The votes were counted, and Anaxagoras is to be ostracized.
Be slow to fall into friendship, but once you do, continue firm and constant. It will be more difficult for me now that Anaxagoras must leave Athens. We are quite close, although he and Pericles...
Who are you?
Ask anyone and they'll tell you Socrates. But...
My name is Cassandra.
And still, I don't feel I know you. Perhaps I can find...
You want to know me? Of course. Knowledge
Then we are the same in that...
Knowledge of when to attack, what weapon to use.
We seem to put our love of...
I use it how I need.
You are clearly someone who would...
That describes a lot of...
I suppose I'm curious why you did it.
I did what I was asked to do.
And your needs are greater than those of the man you helped ostracize.
Fine. I'm more responsible, but I did it...
Then I hope you also think about today.
Socrates, there you are. You're late. They're all waiting for you.
I wish to see Anaxagoras' fate, and so on. Well, it seemed our conversation is at its end.
I wouldn't know. That will get me noticed by the band. That's everything Pericles wanted. Time to return to him and find out what these Athenians know about my mother. I need to stay hidden.
Aha!
Oh, God! Put it out!
Cassandra, it's you!
Phoebe!
You promised we'd see each other again, and now we have.
I also said, stay out of trouble.
Which I have. Okay, almost out of trouble.
How did you even get here, Phoebe?
Well, I did make some drachmi working for Marcos.
So you paid someone to bring you to Athens?
Not exactly.
Phoebe...
I needed a drachmi for when I arrived. I couldn't use it all to leave, and I didn't want to wait any longer. So I sneaked on a ship. Don't worry, nobody saw.
I just can't believe you made it.
I don't remember much of Athens from when I was a baby. But every once in a while, something feels familiar. It's nice.
I can't believe you're here.
Me either. I can't believe we both made it to Athens. It's so much different from Kefalonia.
But what are you doing here?
I'm here to get you ready. I have to make sure you leave all your weapons and change into these clothes.
So you somehow work here? For Pericles?
No, for Aspasia.
I think I'm ready to go in.
You can't. Not like that, anyway. The Athenians like it best when you try to fit...
I'll get changed.
Yep. Leave your weapons in the corner, and I'll come back when you're done.
I feel uncomfortable in this.
Now you look like everyone else.
You say that like it's a good thing.
It is. If you want them to take you seriously, this is the easiest way. Trust me.
Is that everything?
You're all ready to go in. Don't worry. You've done scarier things than this.
I'm struggling to think of any right now. Are you sure I can't keep just one weapon with me?
No weapons. Now hurry and go in. Oh, and don't leave without saying bye.
Here, Cassandra. The mighty mercenary and traveler has finally made her grand entrance. Only slightly late, too.
Herodotus! Athenians have no problem letting me know when I'm not welcome. It's a relief to see your friendly face.
Don't let the company here tonight intimidate you.
I won't.
Pericles is no king. He needs these guests to love him so that the people love him. And they, in turn, need Pericles. You're not different from any of them.
Do you really think these people will help me?
They will, if you get them to trust you. And you've wisely dressed for the occasion. Appearing trustworthy is the most important part of being trusted, after all. Now then, come, let me introduce you to everyone. They may not look it, but this group holds the way to the future on the tip of their opinionated tongues. Ah, Sophocles and Euripides, for example. Two of the most celebrated playwrights to date. No one can throw stones as far as they can. They appear to be locked in some kind of intellectual struggle, as is their way.
He's a writer of comedies, of all things. Comedies, Euripides.
I've heard of Sophocles. My line of work, it pays to know who the richest and most famous men are.
Hermippos has also written his fair share of comedies. You should drink more. Lately, his attitudes have garnered him more notice than his works. However, the fellow beside him, Protagoras, is a Sophy.
Inviting Socrates seems like a good way to ruin everyone's night. I'm surprised they would let him in the door.
Oh, don't let Socrates get under your skin. At least he wore shoes for the occasion. And the poor thing gesticulating like an ape is Thrasymachus.
That isn't at all...
Where is Pericles?
Oh, He never attends his own parties. Which reminds me,
This vile Socrates, always appearing where I least expect him. Warrior, protect me from his amorous gaze. Oh, Alcibiades, this is not a time for jealousy, but for love.
Let's not use Alcibiades. So, tell me, what does a Misthios like you think of a party like this?
This is going to be a long night. Party should be about vomiting up blood, not vomiting up poetry. These people are so clean.
If these guests aren't to your own unique tastes, then just...
Thank you, Herodotus.
Now, if you'll excuse me...
Agreed. Pericles needs to know. I'll stay...
I hope they know something about your mother.
Me too. Someone's being hurt. Open this door or I'll kick it in!
No, don't mind her. She likes to watch. Look at you. Such authority. Such aggression. I can see why Pericles has taken such an interest in you. Did you come to join us?
It sounded like someone was in pain.
Well, it can sometimes be hard to distinguish between sounds of pleasure and pain. Had I known you were going to knock, I would have left my door wide open for you.
I only came to this symposium to find...
Sounds like we can help each other then, doesn't it? You fetch us a bit of oil.
She's not in there.
I think I'll check all this.
After your display earlier...
Obedient, too. I knew I... If you don't get the oil soon, all our... Just...
I might be.
If you come back with a jar of...